Romit, doesn't this just delay the inevitable? The inevitable being that CFIUS can hold this up, but once that the company Broadcom becomes a US domiciled company, which is literally months away, that this conversation around CFIUS is dead, isn't it?
You're exactly right. I mean, time is up for Qualcomm, and it's a question of when.
Romit, if it's a question of when, what are Qualcomm playing at? And if you're an investor in this company, are you supportive of the actions of this C-suite right now over at Qualcomm?
You know, look, the company is, and I'm talking about Qualcomm, is trying to do everything they can to protect their fiefdom. In January, they announced a $1 billion restructuring plan. In February, they raised their bid on NXPI by a substantial amount. And then today, we've come to learn that they instigated a CFIUS review. You know, here's an interesting stat, though. The top 5 executives over the last 3 years have earned about $130 million. That's $9 million per executive per year. If you look at the stock price, though, for measuring their performance on shareholder return, if you put $1,000 in Qualcomm 3 years ago, it's worth $900. If you put that $1,000 in Broadcom, it's worth $1,900. So, you know, this performance is obviously magnified if you're a top 10 shareholder with a $1 billion position in the company. And I just think, you know, when this vote ultimately comes through, whenever it happens, whether it's in a month or in a year, the holders are going to vote to replace this board. Well,
the executives are getting paid and the shareholders aren't, and that's typically usually always a problem, Romit. I just wonder, what is their argument now? They're looking for a poison pill in a bigger bid for NXP, a poison pill by getting on the phone to CFIUS. What's their basic strategic argument to remain as a standalone company, and who on earth does that resonate with as far as their big investors are concerned right now?
I mean, their argument to the street is that you know, that they can double earnings per share in a relatively short period of time. And once this NXPI deal goes through and they settle some of their disputes they have with Apple, that you know, the share price the share price performance will improve. But in my opinion, it's not about what Qualcomm management can do; it's about what they've done. And if you look at the results, I think most investors will say your time is up.